Hey warriors, you ever wonder why some people stay calm while everyone else falls apart? Why do some walk through chaos like they're wrapped in armor you can't see? Here's the truth. Seneca discovered almost 2,000 years ago. Strength isn't something you're born with. It's something you practice. Letter by letter, habit by habit, moment by moment. And in the first 55 letters he wrote to Lucilius, Seneca wasn't giving advice. He was making a blueprint. It was a guide for anyone facing distractions, pressure, fear, or emotional storms. Letters 155 contain the foundations of a powerful life. For example, Letter 1, protect your time like it's your last breath. Letter 4, make peace with death and fear loses its power. Letter 7, escape the crowds, find yourself in silence. Letter 13, stop worrying about the future you cannot control. Letter 23, real joy is discipline, not indulgence. Letter 38, speak less, become more. These aren't theories. They are weapons. They come from a man who faced political chaos, betrayal, exile, and the risk of execution. Seneca wrote these letters as if he were handing Lucilius a torch in the dark, saying, "Take this, walk with it, and don't live as if the world owns you." So tonight, dim the lights, slow your breathing, and let Seneca guide you inward, not to escape life, but to master it. Because by the end of this video, you won't understand Stoicism. You'll feel it. You'll use it. You'll become an unshakable person. This video series consists of 2 parts. 1 on 124 letters on ethics, the first 55 letters, ancient wisdom that rewires your mind for strength. 2, 124 letters on ethics, the final 69 letters, Seneca's ultimate guide to mastering life. This video is the next in the series, 124 Letters on Ethics. It's titled, The First 55 Letters, Ancient Wisdom That Rewires Your Mind for Strength, Part 2. Let's begin the journey through Letter 29. Letter 29. A disillusioned friend. Don't lose faith in people. Lose faith in your expectations. Seneca writes this letter to comfort Lucilius about a painful experience, a friend who disappointed him, failed him, or revealed a weaker character than expected. My friend, you know this pain. Someone you trusted reveals selfishness. Someone you admired acts cowardly. Someone you believed in shows their flaws, and you feel betrayed, not just by them, but by your own judgment. Seneca teaches something profound here. People don't truly betray you. Your expectations do. He tells Lucilius to expect human beings to be exactly what they are: inconsistent, imperfect, growing, stumbling, learning, not villains, not saints, just humans. Ask yourself, were you hurt more by their action or by the story you told yourself about who they were? Seneca urges Lucilius to adjust his expectations. Expect humans to be human. Expect flaws. Expect lapses. Expect weakness. Expect growth to be slow, not immediate. Do this, and you won't be devastated by disappointment. You'll be prepared for it. But Seneca does not excuse bad behavior. He simply says, don't let one person's failure poison your trust in humanity. Do not generalize one wound into cynicism. Try this. When someone disappoints you, pause before reacting. Ask, is this betrayal or humanity? What unrealistic expectations did I create? What can this teach me about character? Theirs and mine. This mindset gives you emotional freedom. Seneca admits he himself trusted people too quickly, projected virtue where there was none, and felt crushed when reality contradicted his hope. But over time, he learned this balance. Believe in people's potential, but do not demand perfection. Forgiveness, in Seneca's view, is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is recognizing that you, too, have disappointed others. You, too, have fallen short. You, too, are growing slowly. Do not let disappointment harden your heart. Let it sharpen your judgment. Let it humble your expectations. And let it remind you that friendship is not about finding flawless people, but about learning to walk with imperfect ones without losing your own virtue. Letter 30. An Epicurean on his deathbed. A peaceful death comes only from a peaceful mind. In this letter, Seneca describes something powerful, a dying Epicurean philosopher who faces death calmly, even joyfully. Seneca praises him, not because of his school of thought, but because of his spirit. He contrasts this dying sage with the many Romans who screamed, panicked, begged, or resisted death as if it were an injustice. This is the heart of the letter. You do not fear death. You fear dying without having lived. Ask yourself, if you were on your deathbed today, would you feel regret? Would you feel panic? Or would you feel peace? Seneca tells Lucilius that a good death is not the result of philosophy learned at the end of life. It is the reward of a life lived deliberately, courageously, and wisely. He emphasizes 3 things that prepare a person for a peaceful end. 1. Living with intention. Do not drift. Do not postpone your life. Do not wait for later. The person who delays living now will panic at the end. 2. Training the mind. Meditate on mortality, not morbidly, but truthfully. Accept the uncertainty of life. Accept the limits of control. Accept the natural cycle of existence. 3. Practicing detachment. People panic at death because they cling too tightly to life. The more you need, the more you fear losing. The lighter your attachments, the freer your ending. Try this tonight. Reflect on one question silently. If I died tomorrow, what part of my life would I wish I had lived differently? Then begin living that change immediately. Seneca admits he fears death at times, the unknown, the pain, the separation. But he also says, philosophy teaches us not how to escape death, but how to meet it. A peaceful death is not luck. It is not granted. It is earned, built through years of inner discipline, honesty, courage, and clarity. Live in such a way that when your final moment arrives, you can greet it not with trembling, but with acceptance, because you lived, and you lived well. Letter 31. Our mind's godlike potential. You are capable of more than you allow yourself to become, my friend. Seneca opens this letter with one of the most empowering truths in all of Stoicism. Your mind holds a power far greater than you realize. He tells Lucilius that the human mind, when disciplined, focused, and free from unnecessary desire, becomes almost godlike, self-controlled, unshakable, creative, vast, capable of greatness even in the harshest conditions. But most people never access even a fraction of this potential, not because it's hidden, but because they are distracted, reactive, and trapped in trivial concerns. Ask yourself, how often do you underestimate your own strength? How often do you shrink before challenges you could overcome? How often do you surrender to impulses instead of rising to principles? Seneca says, You carry within you something that can rise above fortune, meaning you have a mind capable of calm even in chaos, virtue even in temptation, clarity even in confusion, strength even in suffering, freedom even in confinement. The tragedy is not that life tests you. The tragedy is that you forget what you're capable of. Try this. Spend one day acting as if the best version of yourself were guiding your decisions. Ask, what would a sage do in this moment? What would the wisest version of me choose right now? Just one day of this practice will change something inside you. Seneca admits he himself often fell short. Moments of anger, impatience, anxiety. But he learned that every time he chose reason over impulse, virtue over ego, purpose over comfort, something powerful awakened in him. Your mind grows with every disciplined choice. Seneca gives Lucilius a challenge. Stop living like a mortal in your habits and a god in your imagination. Live like a god in your actions and a mortal in your humility. Meaning, don't fantasize about greatness. Practice it. Don't dream of strength. Build it. Don't worship wisdom. Embody it. Your potential is not out of reach. It is waiting for you to stop fearing your own growth. Rise to meet it. You are more powerful than your past, more capable than your doubts, more extraordinary than you've allowed yourself to believe. Letter 32. Steadiness of aim. You cannot hit a target that keeps moving, including your life. Seneca begins this letter with a metaphor that cuts straight to the heart. A person who keeps changing their goal will never reach any of them. He tells Lucilius that the greatest weakness in most people is not lack of talent, but lack of direction. They drift, they dabble, they chase one thing today and another tomorrow. Their life becomes scattered, unfocused, chaotic. Look at your own path. How many projects have you started but never completed? How many goals have you shifted because of impatience? How many dreams have you abandoned because they didn't deliver quick results? Seneca warns, you cannot live a stable life with an unstable mind. He urges Lucilius to choose one direction, one purpose, and move toward it with consistency. Try this practice. Pick one goal that truly matters. Ask, why do I want this? Does it strengthen my character? Will it matter in 10 years? If the answer is yes, commit to it with devotion. Seneca reminds us that mastery requires repetition, discipline, and the ability to endure slow progress. He tells Lucilius that even small daily efforts accumulate into greatness. Ask yourself, what is the one thing you want your life to stand for? One virtue, one mission, one transformation. Without steadiness of aim, your life will feel scattered, full of activity but empty of achievement. Seneca admits he once tried to pursue too many ambitions. He spread his efforts thin. He sought praise in multiple areas, and as a result, progress slowed. But when he narrowed his focus to wisdom and character, everything changed. Your life becomes powerful when it becomes intentional. Your progress becomes unstoppable when it becomes consistent. Choose one direction. Walk it daily. Endure the boredom. Embrace the difficulty. And refuse to abandon your path for cheap distractions. Steadiness is strength. Focus is freedom. Purpose is peace. Letter 33. The use of philosophical maxims. Quotes don't change you, living them does. Seneca writes this letter to correct a common mistake. People collect wise sayings, But they don't let those sayings transform them. He tells Lucilius that many Romans memorized philosophical maxims like jewelry, worn for show, admired by others, but never used when life became difficult. Isn't that exactly what happens today? People share motivational quotes. They save Stoic phrases. They repeat powerful lines on social media. But when anger hits, they forget. When fear rises, they panic. When temptation appears, they break. Seneca says, "A maxim is only useful when it becomes a part of your mind. Not decoration, transformation. Not something you quote, something you apply." Ask yourself, which principles do you actually practice daily? Which ideas have shaped your reactions? Which philosophies have become reflexes? Seneca gives Lucilius a simple method. Choose a few powerful maxims and let them become your anchors. Examples he might choose. You suffer more in imagination than reality. Time is the one thing you cannot repay. Wealth is the slave of the wise. He who needs nothing is rich. Anger is temporary madness. Pick one, repeat it, live it, test it. Let it guide your decisions. Try this practice. Every morning, choose one maxim. Every evening, ask yourself, how did I use this today? Seneca admits he does this himself. He borrows strength from the maxims of Epicurus, Zeno, and other philosophers. He engraves their wisdom into his memory until it becomes instinct. He reminds Lucilius that a single maxim lived fully is worth more than a library memorized. And here's the powerful truth. Your life becomes simpler, stronger, and calmer when you build it on a few unbreakable principles. Don't chase many words. Choose a few and become them. Letter 34. Willingness is the key. You can learn anything if you're willing to be changed by it. Letters Ethics Kant v. My friend, let me speak to you plainly. Progress is never about talent. Not luck, not early advantages, not intelligence. Progress begins with willingness. Picture yourself at the start of a long journey. You don't know the roads. The mountains look too high, the valleys look too deep. But inside you is a quiet readiness, a willingness to try, to walk, to begin. That willingness is everything. Seneca writes to Lucilius not to flatter him, but to praise the one essential virtue he sees forming in him, the willingness to improve. Not perfectly, not rapidly, but sincerely. Ask yourself, what good is knowledge if you're unwilling to be shaped by it? What value is wisdom if you treat it like decoration rather than medicine? What is the point of advice if pride prevents you from using it? Seneca reminds us that willingness is the root of every transformation. If you are willing to be corrected, you will not remain foolish. If you are willing to be humbled, you will not remain arrogant. If you are willing to be guided, you will not remain lost. Try this. Choose one change you've resisted, a habit, a pattern, a reaction. Stop demanding perfection. Start practicing willingness. Repeat to yourself, I may not be ready, but I am willing. That is enough. Seneca also cautions against a subtle enemy, false willingness, the kind that nods, agrees, and praises good advice, but does nothing with it. The kind that talks more about change than it practices. He says, real willingness produces action, not speeches, not promises, not inspiration. Action. And he admits, he too once resisted good counsel, defended old flaws, and sought comfort instead of growth. But the moment he became truly willing to change, the entire direction of his life shifted. Here is the heart of the letter. You don't need perfect discipline to change your life. You need willingness and the courage to honor it daily. Start small, try sincerely, fail honestly, rise willingly. Willingness is the door. Walk through it. Letter 35. Learning to be a friend. Friendship isn't found, it's practiced. Letters Ethics Con TV. Imagine you're walking through a crowded street. Voices, footsteps, laughter, gossip, noise, hundreds of faces, but not one person you could call at midnight if the world suddenly fell apart. Seneca tells Lucilius that true friendship is rare, not because good people are rare, but because few people know how to be friends. He writes that friendship demands more than affection. It demands commitment, honesty, and the willingness to offer and receive help. Ask yourself, how many people do you truly let in? How often do you hide your struggles because you fear burdening others? How often do you pretend to be fine when you're not? Seneca warns Lucilius that friendship cannot grow in secrecy or pride. A friend must be willing to be seen, to be known, to be vulnerable. He says, if you want a friend, you must be willing to give yourself to him, not in grand gestures, in sincerity. Try this. Share one truth today you would normally hide, a fear, a weakness, a hope, a mistake. This is how real friendship begins, not with perfection, but with openness. Seneca also teaches that friendship is not based on usefulness. A friend is not a tool, not a convenience, not a comforting presence you keep around to avoid loneliness. A friend is someone you help become better, and someone who helps you do the same. He admits that he too once mistook proximity for friendship, flattery for loyalty, shared interests for shared values. But true friendship reveals itself in challenge, not comfort. He leaves Lucilius, and you, with a truth worth engraving on your heart. A friend is someone with whom you can live your entire life openly. Practice this. Choose someone worthy. Give sincerely. Receive gratefully. Correct gently. Support consistently. And you will learn the art Seneca considered sacred. The art of being a friend. Letter 36. Helping. Another maintain his commitment. Stand strong for yourself, and stand strong for those who lean on you. Letters Ethics Con TV. Seneca begins this letter by reminding Lucilius that progress is fragile, and that those who are growing need encouragement more than judgment. He tells him, another's progress depends partly on your steadfastness. In other words, your strength strengthens others. Your courage awakens courage. Your consistency gives them something to hold on to. Think of a friend trying to change his life, breaking a habit, pursuing a new path, learning discipline. At first, he is excited, motivated. Then life pushes back. Seneca urges Lucilius to stay close in those moments, not as a critic, not as a superior, but as a companion. He says, we lift each other up by lifting ourselves. Ask yourself, do the people around you grow because of you, or shrink because of you? Do you steady others, or do you distract them? Do you support their commitments, or remind them of their excuses? Try this. Today, help one person stay on their path, not with speeches, with presence, with example. Seneca teaches that encouragement is not flattery. Real encouragement is firm, honest, grounded in love, not comfort. It tells a friend, "You can do better, and I will walk with you as you try." He admits he himself relied on others during his own periods of weakness, and that their stability saved him from slipping back into old ways. Because progress does not happen alone. Here is the heart of this letter. Your commitment strengthens others. Their commitment strengthens you. This shared striving is the foundation of friendship and virtue. Be the person whose presence makes others better, whose steadiness steadies them, whose courage renews their own. Strength shared is strength multiplied. Letter 37. Service to philosophy is true. Freedom. You escape every master the moment you choose to serve wisdom. My friend, imagine you're walking through a busy marketplace. Noise everywhere, prices shouted, crowds pushing, temptations pulling at your senses. Everyone wants something from you. Everyone demands a piece of your attention. Everyone is a master trying to claim you. Now imagine stepping away from all of it, into a quiet street, into a small doorway, into a room where only one thing speaks to you: philosophy. Seneca tells Lucilius that this is the moment a person becomes free, not when they quit a job, not when they gain wealth, not when they escape responsibilities. Freedom begins the moment you choose which voice you will obey, and only one voice deserves your allegiance: the voice that leads you back to yourself. Seneca says, "A person who serves philosophy serves nothing low, because philosophy doesn't command you, it elevates you. It doesn't enslave you, it strengthens you. It doesn't drain you, it purifies you." Ask yourself, who do you serve today? Your anger, your cravings, your schedule, your fear of what others think, your endless responsibilities? Or do you serve the part of you that seeks virtue, clarity, discipline, peace? The world rewards you for serving everything except wisdom, but wisdom rewards you with something the world can never give: inner freedom. Try this. Give yourself 1 hour today where nothing commands you except the desire to grow. Turn off the noise, silence the world. Choose stillness, choose reflection, choose truth. Seneca admits he failed at this many times. He tried to serve philosophy while still clinging to ambition. He wanted virtue but also applause. He wanted calm but also comfort. And he learned the hard way. You cannot serve two masters. Either you choose wisdom or you choose everything else, and everything else enslaves you. This letter reminds you of a powerful maxim. No person is free who is a slave to their emotions. But the opposite is also true. The person who serves philosophy cannot be mastered by anything. Not fear, not misfortune, not desire, not opinion, not fate. When you serve wisdom, you make yourself ungovernable, untouchable, unbreakable. So choose your master wisely, my friend, and choose the only master that frees you. Letter 38. Fewer words achieve more, speak less, and your words will finally begin to matter. My friend, imagine walking through a busy street. Voices everywhere. People talking loudly, endlessly, urgently, yet saying almost nothing. That is the world today. And it was the world in Seneca's time. Everyone speaks. Few communicate. Everyone lectures. Few teach. Everyone talks of wisdom. Very few live it. Seneca writes to Lucilius with a simple, sharp reminder. Fewer words achieve more. He's not telling you to be silent. He's telling you to be intentional. Ask yourself, how many times have you spoken just to fill space? How often have you used 100 words when 10 would do? How often have you repeated yourself because you hoped volume might replace clarity? Seneca warns, talking too much weakens the mind. It scatters focus. It exhausts the spirit. It wastes the listener. It drains your energy. But speech that is clear, precise, and necessary, that is power. Try this. Before you speak today, pause for one breath. Ask, does this need to be said, and does it need to be said by me? You will be shocked at how many words fall away. Seneca reminds Lucilius that true wisdom is felt, not advertised. It doesn't rush. It doesn't push. It doesn't shout. It arrives with calm certainty because it comes from a mind that has already won its inner battles. He admits he once loved elaborate speeches. He enjoyed his own cleverness. He took pride in ornate wording. But over time he discovered, the longer the speech, the weaker the conviction. Reflection sharpens expression. Stillness sharpens insight. And a disciplined mind speaks the way a disciplined archer shoots only when the arrow is ready, only when the aim is true. Here's the truth hiding inside this letter. Words are like arrows, use them sparingly. Aim them carefully, and they will strike the heart. So speak less, mean more. Let each word carry weight. Let your silence be stronger than another person's noise. Let people feel your character in your presence, not just in your sentences. Because when your mind is steady, your words don't need to be many. They just need to be yours, true, precise, courageous. Fewer words, more wisdom, more impact. Letter 39. Healthy and unhealthy desires. Want the right things, or your desires will quietly destroy you. My friend, picture yourself walking through a crowded marketplace, bright colors, tempting foods, perfect clothes, shiny luxuries, people rushing from stall to stall as if happiness were hidden behind the next vendor's curtain. Seneca watched the same scene in ancient Rome. And he noticed something terrifying. Most people don't choose their desires choose them. He writes to Lucilius with urgency. There are desires that heal you and desires that harm you, but because they both feel like wanting, most people can't tell the difference. Ask yourself right now, do you want what strengthens you or what weakens you? Do you crave what elevates your soul, or what drains it? Do you pursue what nourishes you, or what numbs you? Seneca breaks desire into two kinds. 1. Healthy desires, the kind that make you stronger. These are simple, clean, and aligned with nature. They don't destabilize you. They don't clutter the mind. They don't break your peace. Healthy desires include wanting courage, wanting honesty, wanting self-control, wanting clarity, wanting meaningful friendships, wanting a peaceful mind, wanting to be of service, wanting a life without shame. These desires build your foundation. They make you freer. They make you resilient. 2. Unhealthy desires, the kind that slowly poison your life. These desires never feel dangerous at first. They feel exciting. They feel rewarding. They feel justified, but they grow like weeds and strangle the spirit. Unhealthy desires include craving wealth as identity, chasing applause, needing validation, seeking constant pleasure, wanting what others have, obsessing over status, feeding vanity, indulging comfort over growth. These desires make you dependent on fortune, fragile when praised, panic-stricken when ignored. Seneca warns, the person who desires without discipline becomes a slave, not to another person, but to their own impulses. Try this for one day. Write down every desire you feel, big or small. Then label each one, healthy or unhealthy. You'll see your life with painful clarity. Seneca admits he fought unhealthy desires for years. He wanted prestige. He loved admiration. He enjoyed comfort. But philosophy forced him to confront the truth. Desire shapes destiny. Here's the heart of the letter. If you do not master your desires, they will master you. So choose better wants. Wants that heal. Wants that strengthen. Wants that align with the person you are becoming. Healthy desires free you. Unhealthy desires imprison you. Choose freedom. Letter 40. Oratory and the philosopher speak to teach, not to impress. Your goal is clarity, not applause. My friend, imagine sitting in a grand hall. Marble columns, golden accents. A famous orator stands in the center, his robe flowing, his voice thundering, the crowd thunderously applauding every dramatic pause. The speech is beautiful, the delivery flawless, the language intoxicating. And yet, Seneca leans over and whispers the truth. Very little of this will help you live better. This is the difference between the orator and the philosopher. The orator speaks to perform. The philosopher speaks to heal. One aims for applause, the other aims for transformation. One entertains the crowd, the other strengthens the soul. Seneca tells Lucilius that philosophy should not sound like theater grandiose, decorative, dazzling, but like medicine. Simple, direct, purposeful. Ask yourself, do your words aim to impress or to help? Do you speak to show intelligence or to share truth? Do you dress your ideas with flowery language or deliver them cleanly? Honestly. Seneca writes, the philosopher seeks usefulness, not admiration. A philosopher's speech should be like a glass of cold water, clear, refreshing, necessary. Not like expensive wine, fancy, intoxicating, but ultimately unnecessary. He warns that eloquence can become a trap. People fall in love with the sound of wisdom instead of the application of it. They chase expressive brilliance instead of moral improvement. Try this. Today, explain one important idea to someone using the simplest words you can. No flourishes, no theatrics, just clarity. If you cannot explain a truth simply, you probably have not mastered it fully. Seneca admits something humbling. He, too, in his younger years, loved eloquence. He loved the rhythm of sentences, the shine of rhetoric, the power of language. But philosophy stripped him down. It reminded him of the purpose of words: to lift, to strengthen, to guide. Here is the heart of the letter. Your message matters more than your performance. Your truth matters more than your style. Your impact matters more than their applause. Speak wisely. Speak simply. Speak from the soul, not the ego. Because in the end, beautiful words fade, but useful words endure. Letter 41. God dwells within us. Stop searching outside yourself. Everything divine in your life begins within you. My friend, think of a quiet moment. You wake before sunrise. No noise, no distractions, just your breath, and the faint awareness that something deeper lives inside you. Seneca tells Lucilius a profound truth that many people overlook their entire lives. There is a divine spirit within you, not a god of temples or sacrifices, not a distant ruler living somewhere in the sky, but an inner presence, reason, virtue, conscience, clarity woven into your very being. This God within is not mystical. It is moral. It is your highest self. Ask yourself, how often do you ignore that quiet voice inside? How often do you betray it for comfort? How often do you drown it out with noise, habits, desires, or fear? Seneca warns, when you corrupt your character, you silence the divinity within. When you choose cowardice, you shrink it. When you lie, you bury it. When you indulge, you dull it. But when you act with courage, it shines. When you practice restraint, it strengthens. When you live with integrity, it becomes radiant. A great soul honors the God within, Seneca says, which means honor your reason, honor your values, honor your clarity, honor the part of you that wants to be better than you were yesterday. Try this. At the end of today, ask yourself, did I protect or betray the God within me? You will know the answer instantly. Your inner voice never lies. Seneca admits he often failed at this. He was tempted by ambition, distracted by politics, carried away by emotion. But philosophy always pulled him back, not to ceremonies or rituals, but to self-reverence. That's the true message of this letter. Your soul deserves your respect, not because you are flawless, but because you are capable of greatness, and that capacity itself is divine. When you treat yourself with dignity, you lift your entire life. When you discipline your thoughts, you command your destiny. When you act from your highest self, you honor the spark that cannot be destroyed by misfortune, aging, or fate. Here is the wisdom worth carrying with you. If you want a meaningful life, begin by revering what already lives inside you. The God within you is quiet, but it is powerful. Listen to it. Protect it. Live by it. Letter 42. Good people are rare. Do not expect virtue everywhere. Seek it, protect it, and become one of the few. My friend, picture yourself walking through a crowded street. Hundreds of people moving fast, talking loudly, chasing money, pleasure, comfort, status. Everyone seems alive, yet very few are truly awake. Seneca tells Lucilius something both sobering and empowering. Good people are rare. Not because goodness is impossible, not because virtue is extinct, but because most people never choose the difficult road that goodness demands. Ask yourself, how many people in your life consistently tell the truth? How many can be trusted with your secrets? How many stand firm when pressured? How many act with integrity even when no one is watching? Now ask the harder question. Are you becoming one of the rare or blending with the many? Seneca doesn't say this to make you cynical. He says it to make you careful. To remind you that most people chase comfort, not character, and that you must choose your influences wisely. He writes, "Live among the wise, if you wish to become wise." Try this. Think of the 5 voices you hear most often. Do they elevate you or lower you? Do they challenge your mind or feed your impulses? Do they inspire virtue or distract you from it? Seneca warns Lucilius that the crowd is not just unwise. The crowd is dangerous. They normalize pettiness. They reward excess. They celebrate superficial wins. They mock restraint. They corrupt values without ever noticing. This is why good people are rare. Most people imitate noise, not wisdom. Seneca admits he once followed crowds too, seeking approval, blending in, avoiding conflict. But he learned, the crowd can only make you common. Only virtue can make you yourself. Here is the heart of this letter. You cannot expect to find goodness everywhere, but you can be goodness anywhere. So seek the few. The honest one, the brave one, the disciplined one, the humble one, the thoughtful one, the one whose presence makes you want to rise and become one of them. In a world full of distractions, be someone who notices. In a world full of compromise, be someone who stands firm. In a world full of noise, be someone who listens inward. Good people are rare. Be rare. Letter 43. Being the subject of gossip. Let them talk. Your peace is worth more than their opinions. My friend, imagine walking into a room and noticing the sudden hush. A few glances, a few smirks, a few whispers just soft enough that you cannot hear them, yet loud enough that you know they're about you. You know the feeling. Seneca knew it too. He tells Lucilius plainly, being gossiped about is not a misfortune. It is evidence you are living. Because only those who do nothing, say nothing, and become nothing are spared from gossip. Ask yourself, why do you fear what people say when their words do not add a single day to your life? Why give your peace to people who don't even think of you when they go to bed? Why suffer from the sound of tongues that have no control over your destiny? Seneca reminds Lucilius that gossip comes from 3 places. Idleness, people who talk because they have nothing meaningful to do. Envy, people who resent your progress. Fear, people who attack what they don't understand. But none of these deserve your emotional energy. He writes with firm compassion, live in a way that makes slander harmless. Meaning, let your character defend you. Let your consistency silence them. Let your virtue outlive their noise. Try this. The next time you hear gossip about yourself, pause and ask, is this true? If yes, fix it. If no, forget it. Anything more is wasted life. Seneca explains that gossip harms only those who crave approval, but the person anchored in their values remains unshaken. A stable mind is not tossed by careless words. A purposeful life is not dimmed by cheap opinions. He admits he once cared deeply about reputation, too deeply. He allowed rumors to wound him, even drive him into anxiety. But philosophy freed him. Now he teaches you the same freedom. No person is free who is a slave to the opinions of others. Here is the heart of this letter. Let the world talk. Let them misunderstand. Let them whisper. You stay focused. You stay steady. You stay rooted in the life you are building. Gossip fades. Truth remains. Character endures. Live so well that even if someone lies about you, nobody believes it. Letter 44. Noble birth. Your ancestors may give you a name, only you can give it meaning. My friend, imagine walking past a grand villa. Marble columns, family crests carved into stone, portraits of stern-faced ancestors lining the walls. Every brick whispers, we were important, we mattered. This is how many people define nobility: by blood, by lineage, by legacy. Seneca looks at these monuments and shrugs, because he knows the truth. Noble birth means nothing if your life is ignoble. He tells Lucilius, your ancestors may have built a good reputation, but you must build a good character. Ask yourself, are you living your life or borrowing the glory of those who came before you? Do you rest on the achievements of your parents, your culture, your past, or are you crafting your own greatness? Seneca reminds us with sharp clarity, a fine lineage is like a tree's shadow. It looks impressive, but it is not the tree. Your virtue must be your own. Your discipline must be your own. Your courage must be your own. Your dignity must be your own. Try this. Think of one virtue your family or society values: honor, honesty, hard work, generosity. Now ask, do I actually practice this? Or do I just like saying I come from it? Seneca warns Lucilius that many who pride themselves on noble birth dishonor that very birth by living small, indulgent, undisciplined lives. They believe heritage guarantees greatness, but heritage guarantees nothing. It only gives you a starting point. He writes, the true noble person is the one who is noble in conduct, not noble in ancestry, not noble in reputation, noble in action. Seneca admits he once envied those with grand family names. He felt he lacked something, but philosophy stripped away this illusion, revealing what truly matters. Character is the only birthright that counts. And here is the heart of the letter. Your worth is not inherited. Your greatness is not borrowed. Your virtue is not passed down like property. You must forge your own nobility in your thoughts, in your decisions, in your habits, in your courage, in your daily discipline. Because noble birth may make others admire you, but noble character is what makes them trust you. Let your ancestors sleep. It is your turn to rise. Letter 45. A gift of books. Give gifts that elevate the soul, not gifts that vanish with time. My friend, imagine someone handing you a wrapped box. It's not flashy, not expensive looking, but inside is something far more valuable than jewelry, clothes, or money. Inside is a book, a piece of someone's mind, a doorway into wisdom, a gift that will outlive both of you. Seneca writes to Lucilius with gratitude because Lucilius has sent him a gift of books, not as decoration, not as luxury, but as nourishment for the soul. And Seneca reminds him and us of a truth almost forgotten today. The best gifts strengthen the mind. Anyone can give you something to hold. A real friend gives you something to become. Ask yourself, what was the last gift you gave someone? Was it meant to impress them or improve them? Was it a distraction or a direction? Was it something that fades or something that endures? Seneca explains that books are more than objects. They are companions, guides, silent mentors that speak when you are ready to listen. And yet, he warns, books are not valuable because they are rare or beautiful. They are valuable because they change you. Try this. The next time you give someone a gift, ask, will this help them grow? Will this challenge them? Will this elevate them? If yes, give it gladly. If no, choose something better. Seneca also reflects on the danger of owning books without using them. He tells Lucilius that many people collect books the way they collect status symbols. They display them, but they never digest them. A book unread is a gift unopened. He says, it cannot help. It cannot lift. It cannot transform. Seneca admits he too once valued books for the wrong reasons, for their rarity, their beauty, their prestige. But philosophy stripped that illusion away. Now he values books for one reason only, because they make him a better human being. And here is the heart of this letter. The greatest gifts are gifts of wisdom, gifts that last, gifts that carry you through storms, gifts that shape your mind, your character, your destiny. Give generously. Give intelligently. Give gifts that help others rise. Because long after luxury fades, long after possessions break, long after trends die, the wisdom inside a good book remains. Letter 46. A book by Lucilius. What you write reveals who you are, so write with your soul, not your ego. My friend, imagine receiving a letter from someone you admire, but this time, it's not just a letter. It's a book they wrote, not polished by editors, not crafted for an audience, but handwritten, sincere, a piece of their living mind. That is what Lucilius sent to Seneca, and Seneca responds with both gratitude and gentle warning. He tells him, write in a way that reflects your character, not your cleverness. Because real writing is a mirror of the soul. Ask yourself, when you speak, when you write, when you create, are you trying to impress others, or are you trying to express something true? Are you polishing your sentences or sharpening your mind? Seneca warns that many people write not to grow, but to perform. They chase applause instead of understanding. They decorate their language while ignoring their life. He gently urges Lucilius to do the opposite. Write plainly. Write honestly. Write in a way that heals instead of dazzles. Try this. Today, write one page about something you are wrestling with: anger, fear, desire, ambition, guilt. Write without worrying who will read it. Write only to know yourself better. Seneca says that a person's writing should be like their character: consistent, stable, sincere, not full of ornament, not puffed with ego, not crafted to sound impressive, but grounded in truth. He admits that he himself once wrote for the crowd's long speeches, dramatic rhetoric, polished phrases. But philosophy humbled him. Now he values clarity over cleverness, wisdom over style, impact over display. He reminds Lucilius, a good book shapes you, a bad one entertains you, a wise one transforms you. And if you wish to write something worthy of being read, you must first live something worthy of being written. Here is the heart of this letter. Your writing is not separate from your life. It is a continuation of it. So write with discipline, write with conscience, write with purpose, write to improve yourself, and your words will naturally improve others. Because the best writing does not come from brilliance, but from the courage to tell the truth. Letter 47. How we treat our slaves. True greatness is revealed not in how you treat the powerful, but in how you treat those who cannot resist you. My friend, imagine walking through a great Roman household. Marble floors, tall columns, a wealthy master giving orders, servants rushing to obey, quiet, tired, invisible. Seneca watches this scene and says what few dared to say in his age. A slave is a human being just like you, not property, not an object, not a tool, but a soul with emotions, fears, hopes, and dignity. He tells Lucilius to treat slaves with compassion and brotherhood, because fate can flip roles overnight. The mighty fall, the lowly rise. Power changes hands, but humanity remains the same. Ask yourself, how do you treat those beneath you in modern life? The waiter, the cleaner, the delivery driver, the customer service agent, the employee who works quietly while others take credit. Do you treat them as equals or as background characters in your story? Seneca writes with moral clarity. You have as many vices as they do, perhaps more. Meaning, the social hierarchy is an illusion. Your virtue is not automatic because of your status. Their inferiority is not real because of their position. He urges Lucilius to share meals with his slaves, speak kindly to them, and acknowledge their humanity. Not because it is fashionable, not because it will earn praise, but because it is right. Try this. Today, honor one person society overlooks. Speak to them as an equal. Thank them sincerely. See them not their role. Seneca admits he once treated slaves with coldness and entitlement. But philosophy forced him to confront the truth. Strength without kindness is barbarism. Power without empathy is weakness. He reminds us that everyone suffers. Everyone hopes. Everyone fears death. Everyone tries their best with the little they have. And here is the heart of this letter. Greatness is measured by how gently you wield your power. Be strong, but not cruel. Be firm, but not demeaning. Be a leader, but never a tyrant. Be someone who lifts others, not someone who crushes them. Seneca's challenge echoes across centuries. Treat every human as a fellow traveler, not a servant of your convenience. Because no matter the era, no matter the culture, no matter the hierarchy, we are equal in our humanity. Letter 48. Tricks of logic. Clever arguments don't make you wise, clear thinking does. My friend, imagine two philosophers arguing in the marketplace. Their voices rise. Their gestures grow dramatic. Crowds gather as they toss complicated phrases back and forth, questions twisted like knots, riddles disguised as truth, word games meant to impress. Seneca watches this spectacle and shakes his head, because he knows most tricks of logic are cleverness pretending to be wisdom. They win debates. Yes, they dazzle audiences. Yes, but they do absolutely nothing to heal the soul. Seneca writes to Lucilius with a warning. Avoid arguments that sharpen the tongue but dull the mind. Ask yourself, how often do you see people debating to win, not to understand? How often do they hide behind technicalities because they fear confronting reality? How often do they use confusing language to appear intelligent rather than to illuminate truth? This happens today more than ever. Endless arguments online, long comment threads, debates that go nowhere. Seneca calls this out plainly. These logical games create noisy pride, not clear thinking. He reminds Lucilius that the point of philosophy is not to master puzzles. It is to master yourself. Try this. When someone challenges you with a complicated argument, ask, what does this have to do with living well? If the answer is nothing, let it go. Seneca teaches that logic should be a tool, not a trap. Reason should illuminate life, not distract from it. And arguments should aim at truth, not at ego. He admits he once enjoyed clever debates, the victory, the admiration, the intellectual thrill. But over time, he saw how empty it was, because none of it helped him control his anger, or endure misfortune, or resist temptation, or face death with calm courage. What good is a perfectly structured argument if your life is still disordered, Seneca writes. Argumentation should make you better, not louder. Here is the heart of this letter. Wisdom is simple, clear, direct. It doesn't hide behind puzzles. It doesn't need cleverness to defend itself. It stands firm because it is grounded in reality, not rhetoric. So avoid word games that confuse more than they clarify. Avoid cleverness that feeds the ego instead of the soul. Avoid debates that make noise but not progress. Seek truth. Seek clarity. Seek what strengthens your life, not what entertains your intellect. Because in the end, mental tricks fade, but a trained mind endures. Letter 49. Remembering. Old times. Memory is a treasure. Use it to strengthen your spirit, not to imprison it. My friend, imagine sitting alone at dusk. The sky is soft. The world is quiet. And suddenly a memory rises of someone you once loved, a place you once lived, a season of your life that felt simpler, brighter, warmer. You smile, you ache, you linger. Seneca writes to Lucilius about this very experience, about those moments when the past feels close enough to touch. And he tells him something gentle and wise. There is value in remembering if memory makes you better, not bitter. Many people drown in nostalgia. They cling to the past as if life ended there. They replay old hurts. They romanticize old pleasures. They compare today to yesterday and punish themselves with longing. But Seneca reminds us that memory has two forms. 1. Memory that strengthens you. This kind of memory is like a warm light. It reminds you how far you've come. It teaches you what mattered then and what truly matters now. It reconnects you to your principles, your courage, your resilience. This memory is a teacher. 2. Memory that chains you. This memory traps you in regret. It makes you wish for a life that no longer exists. It blinds you to the beauty of the present moment. It resurrects old wounds that should have healed long ago. This memory is a prison. Ask yourself, which memories do you feed? Do you revisit the past to grow or to escape? Do you honor old times or idealize them because today feels difficult? Seneca encourages Lucilius to remember the past, but only in a way that clarifies the present. To savor old friendships, but not to mourn their passing. To reflect on youth, but not to resent aging. To revisit mistakes, but only to avoid repeating them. Try this. Tonight, choose one memory. Write it down briefly. Then ask, what does this memory strengthen in me? If the answer is nothing, leave it behind. If the answer is wisdom, carry it forward. Seneca admits he too was tempted by the sweetness of old days, the friendships, the travels, the early ambitions. But philosophy taught him a crucial truth. The past should be a guidepost, not a home. Treasure your memories. Honor them. Hold them gently, but do not live in them. Life moves forward. So should you. Letter 50. Blindness to one's own faults. You judge yourself by your intentions and everyone else by their actions. My friend, imagine standing in front of a mirror early in the morning. The light is soft. Your face appears honest, unfiltered, unedited. You see the lines, the fatigue, the truth. But suddenly your mind shifts, and you begin excusing, minimizing, defending. This is where Seneca begins his lesson. We are experts at seeing the faults of others and blind to our own. He writes to Lucilius with compassion and frustration. Compassion because every human struggles with self-deception. Frustration because nothing blocks moral progress more powerfully than the refusal to see ourselves clearly. Seneca says, "You criticize others sharply, but you treat yourself gently. You condemn someone else's impatience, yet justify your own. You notice someone's pride, yet disguise your own as confidence. You condemn someone's mistakes, yet call your own misunderstandings. Ask yourself honestly, when was the last time you admitted a fault without blaming someone else? When was the last time you corrected yourself with the same intensity? You correct others. When was the last time you looked at your weaknesses without flinching? Seneca warns, a person who cannot see their own faults cannot correct them, which means blindness is not harmless, it is dangerous. It stops your growth. It delays your progress. It traps you in the same patterns year after year. Try this. Choose one flaw you already suspect you have: anger, impatience, envy, sensitivity, laziness, pride. Now ask a person you trust, do you see this in me? Then stay quiet. Listen fully. Do not argue. Do not explain. Do not defend. Seneca admits that even he, the great philosopher, struggled to face his own faults. He says that philosophy didn't make him flawless, it made him aware. Aware of the work he still needed. Aware of the habits he must break. Aware of the impulses he must master. Self-awareness is painful, but it is also liberating. Here is the heart of this letter. It is better to know your worst flaw than to pretend you have none. It is better to confront your weakness than to hide behind excuses. It is better to see the truth than to live in comforting illusion. A clear mirror may sting, but it is the only path to transformation. Look inward. Look honestly. Look bravely. Because the faults you refuse to face are the ones that rule you. Letter 51. The party town of Baiae. A place doesn't corrupt you, you bring your weaknesses with you. My friend, imagine stepping off a boat into a city that feels like a festival. Music spilling from doorways, laughter echoing over the water, luxury everywhere, people dressed to impress, pleasure sold at every corner. This was Baiae, Rome's playground, the ancient world's Las Vegas, a place of indulgence, excess, and distraction. Seneca writes to Lucilius about Baiae not to lecture him, but to warn him. Some places weaken the soul not because of the place itself, but because of what it awakens in you. He says, avoid places that attack your self-control. If you are trying to live with discipline, why walk proudly into a city built for temptation? Ask yourself, where do your temptations live? In the bar you shouldn't go to, in the social media that steals your time, in the old friends who encourage your worst habits, in the comforts that bury your ambition. Seneca insists, the danger is not Baiae itself, but the part of you that enjoys being tempted. He writes, a calm mind is shaken where luxury is praised and restraint mocked, because environments shape behavior, crowds shape identity, habit shapes destiny. Try this. Identify one place or one environment that weakens your character. Then ask, why do I still go there? If the answer is habit, break it. If the answer is pleasure, Question it. If the answer is escape, heal it. Seneca admits he personally avoided Baiae because he knew his own weaknesses. He wasn't afraid of the city, he was aware of himself. He preferred places that nurtured his virtue, not ones that attacked it. This letter is not about running away from life. It's about choosing the ground on which you fight. Here is the heart of the message. You are responsible for the environments you choose. Go where your character grows, avoid where it dissolves. If a place makes you restless, leave it. If a place makes you wasteful, avoid it. If a place makes you forget your values, abandon it. If a place makes you smaller than you should be, outgrow it. Freedom is not the ability to go anywhere. Freedom is the wisdom to avoid the places that undo you. Baiae was beautiful, but not everything beautiful is good. Choose wisely where you stand, and your soul will stand stronger. Letter 52. Good learners and good teachers. To learn well, you must be humble. To teach well, you must be honest. My friend, imagine walking into a room where a great teacher is speaking. Not a performer, not a showman, just a wise, steady mind sharing truth quietly, plainly. And in front of him sit two kinds of students. One listens with pride, the other listens with hunger. Which one learns? Seneca tells Lucilius something powerful. A good learner is rare, and a good teacher is even rarer. Why? Because both require humility. One to receive truth, the other to deliver it without ego. 1. What makes a good learner? A good learner is not the one with the sharpest intellect, nor the one who asks complicated questions, nor the one who reads the most books. A good learner is the one who can say, I do not know. I may be wrong. I am willing to change. Humility opens the door. Pride keeps it locked. Ask yourself, do you listen to understand or to respond? Do you accept correction or defend your flaws? Do you seek truth or seek validation? Try this. Today, let someone teach you something small. Don't challenge. Don't argue. Don't interrupt. Just listen. You'll feel your ego squirm, and you'll know you're learning. 2. What makes a good teacher? A good teacher does not overwhelm you with complexity. A good teacher does not speak to impress. A good teacher does not pretend to know everything. A good teacher says, this is the truth as far as I understand it. Now test it. Apply it. Make it yours. Seneca warns Lucilius that some teachers prefer showing off their knowledge rather than improving their students. These are lecturers, not guides, performers, not philosophers. He writes, teach what helps, not what dazzles. Honesty over eloquence, clarity over cleverness, usefulness over spectacle. 3. The mutual duty. Seneca beautifully reminds us. The student's humility makes the teacher better. The teacher's integrity makes the student wiser. Learning and teaching are a partnership, a shared ascent toward virtue. Seneca himself admits he failed at both at times. He resisted correction. He taught with too much pride, but he grew because he kept returning to humility. Here is the heart of this letter. Be teachable. Be truthful. Be both a humble student and an honest guide. The world needs fewer experts and more learners who grow and teachers who care. Letter 53. A bad experience at sea. Fear shows you where you are weak. Philosophy shows you how to stand firm. My friend, imagine boarding a ship on a calm morning. The water is smooth. The breeze gentle, passengers laugh, confident and carefree. Everything feels safe until the sky darkens. Suddenly the wind rises. Waves slam against the hull. The ship tilts. People scream. You grip the rail as water crashes over the deck. Your heart pounds. Your mind spirals. And you feel a truth you've been avoiding. You are not as brave as you hoped. This is exactly what Seneca writes to Lucilius about a violent sea voyage that tested him far more than he expected. He does not pretend to be a hero. He admits the fear hit him hard. His philosophy was shaken. His body betrayed him. His calm disappeared. And yet, the experience made him wiser. Why? Because danger strips away illusions. Fear reveals the gap between who you think you are and who you truly are. Seneca tells Lucilius, philosophy is tested in storms, not in calm waters. Ask yourself, what do you do when life tilts beneath your feet, when your plans collapse, when fear rises like a wave? Do you stay centered or do you fall apart? The storm at sea taught Seneca 3 lessons. 1. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's the mastery of it. You can tremble and still remain in control. You can be afraid and still make the right decision. 2. The body panics, but the mind can stay steady. Seasickness, dizziness, trembling, these are natural. They don't define your spirit unless you let them. 3. You must train for storms before they arrive. You cannot improvise resilience. You build it daily in small acts of discipline, restraint, and reflection. Try this. When you feel fear rise in your life, don't suppress it. Observe it, name it, then ask, what belief makes me afraid? You will find your weakness and your path to strength. Seneca admits, he left the ship shaken, humbled, but grateful. The storm taught him more about himself than any quiet afternoon ever could. Here is the heart of this letter. Life's storms are not punishments, they are revelations. They expose your weak points so you can strengthen them. They show you where your philosophy is theory, not yet practice. Do not fear the storm. Face it. Learn from it. Rise through it. Because the person who survives the sea emerges unshakable on land. Letter 54. A near-fatal asthma attack. You do not fear death, you fear that you have not lived fully enough. My friend, imagine waking in the middle of the night unable to breathe. Your chest tightens, your lungs seize. Each inhale is a battle. Each exhale feels like it might be the last. Your body panics, your vision blurs, and in that terrifying moment, every distraction of life disappears. This is what Seneca experienced, a violent asthma attack that left him on the edge of death. He writes to Lucilius not dramatically, not with self-pity, but with a philosopher's calm honesty. He tells him, I came close to dying, but the nearness of death did not frighten me. What frightened me was the thought of living poorly. This is the core of the letter. Seneca explains that asthma felt like a rehearsal for death, a preview of how quickly life can end. No warning, no ceremony, just a sudden confrontation with the limits of the body. And yet, he found peace in it. Ask yourself, why do you fear death? Is it the pain, the unknown, or is it the regret of unfinished living? Most people don't fear dying. They fear dying without having become the person they were meant to be. Seneca uses this episode to teach Lucilius 3 profound truths. 1. Death is not the enemy. Unpreparedness is. A person who lives with purpose doesn't tremble at the thought of the end. They know they used their time well. 2. Illness reveals your true philosophy. All the theories, all the quotes, all the reading, none of it matters unless it helps you stay steady in suffering. 3. You must practice death daily to free yourself from its terror. Think of mortality not with fear, but with clarity. It sharpens gratitude. It cleans your priorities. It purifies your decisions. Try this tonight. Before you sleep, whisper these words. If this were my last day, did I live it with courage? If the answer is no, change tomorrow. Seneca admits he once feared illness deeply, but philosophy gave him something medicine could not: calm acceptance. He realized, death is simply nature calling you home. Nothing to fear, nothing to resent, only something to understand and prepare for. Here is the heart of this letter. Life is brief, death is certain, but dignity, courage, and clarity that is yours to choose. So live well, live bravely, live so fully that when death comes, you can meet it without trembling. Because the person who has lived deeply does not fear the end. Letter 55. Passing the home of a recluse. Solitude does not make you wise, only intention does. My friend, imagine walking through a quiet countryside path. The city noise fades. The air is clean. You see a small house tucked among the trees, windows dark. Door closed, smoke rising softly from the chimney. A recluse lives there. Someone who has withdrawn from society, seeking peace in isolation. Seneca describes walking past such a home, reflecting on the kind of life this recluse has chosen, and he asks a question that feels surprisingly modern. Does solitude make you better, or does it simply hide your weaknesses? Seneca warns Lucilius not to idealize the life of withdrawal. Some people flee society because they desire virtue, but others flee because they lack the strength to endure life among others. He writes, solitude is useful only if the soul is already healthy. Otherwise, silence becomes an escape, not a sanctuary. Ask yourself, if you remove yourself from the noise of the world, do you grow stronger or simply avoid challenges? Do you pursue inner peace, or do you run from discomfort? Do you choose solitude as discipline or hide in it as fear? Seneca reminds us that a peaceful environment does not guarantee a peaceful mind. People bring their anxieties into the mountains. They bring their anger into the forest. They bring their desires into the monastery. Geography does not change character, effort does. He writes, you must carry tranquility with you, not seek it outside yourself. Try this. Spend 1 hour alone today. No phone, no music, no distractions. Then ask, what rises in my mind when everything else becomes silent? If you discover restlessness, you have work to do. If you discover clarity, protect it. If you discover fear, confront it gently. If you discover purpose, cultivate it. Seneca admits he once believed solitude would transform him, but he learned. He carried his vices with him, his impatience, his ambition, his old habits, they all followed. Because solitude doesn't erase who you are, it reveals it. Here is the heart of this letter. Solitude is a tool, not a cure. It can calm the mind, but it cannot cleanse it. It can remove distractions, but it cannot remove flaws. It can make you quiet, but not wise. Choose solitude with intention. Use it to sharpen your thoughts. Use it to return stronger to the world, not to avoid it. Because the goal is not to escape life, but to become the kind of person who can live anywhere with clarity, stability, and inner peace. So, we have come to the end of Seneca's first 55 letters. Before you go, take one slow breath. Because what you heard tonight wasn't just old philosophy. It wasn't ancient wisdom. It was a reminder of who you could be if you stopped letting the world pull you in every direction. Seneca wrote these first letters to help Lucilius become aware of his time, aware of his thoughts, aware of how easily life slips away when we don't guard ourselves. And if you're here, listening all the way until now, that says something about you. It means you aren't just watching videos. You're building yourself, piece by piece, habit by habit, quiet moment by quiet moment. These 55 letters are only the beginning. They're the foundation, the groundwork, the first bricks of a stronger mind and a calmer life. If even one idea tonight stayed with you, if even one sentence made you pause, then Seneca's mission is working, even now, across 2,000 years. So as you end your day, or continue with your night, keep this thought close. What you practice today becomes your life tomorrow. If you want to keep walking this path, the Stoic path, I invite you to join me for the next part of this journey with next video, Letters 56 to 124, where Seneca goes deeper, wiser, but no pressure. I'm grateful you're here, whether you subscribe or not. Thank you for sitting with me. Thank you for listening. And thank you for choosing to grow quietly, deliberately, powerfully. Rest well. Reflect well, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night. Sweet dreams.